Hi, Brian Rowlands. Hi, mate. It's Aussie Villain. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. I'm good. Listen, it's been brought to my attention that despite being 19 Welsh and at a Welsh club, you actually came through Arsenal's academy. Is this true? It is true. Well, why didn't you tell me? I know I didn't ask, but I've got no use for you, mate. I've got no use for you. So consider yourself transfer listed. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to Season 14, Episode 1 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town. And today it's Champions League qualification against Copenhagen as we try and get back into that Champions League group stages. But as you've just seen, we start with some disappointing news of Brian Rowlands, who was supposed to be the Wags goalkeeper this season, until it was brought to my attention by Gaz Monster that he came through at Arsenal. So he is of no use to us. We've transfer listed him. We'll just try and find him a new club. Clendundo has their 100 grand, which is fine. I don't care about the 100 grand. We'll just try and get his, even if we have to pay his wages. I don't want to sort of stunt his career here, but it's a shame. I thought he might develop into somebody that was decent, but and he still might. He still might. But yeah, I mean, we could keep him under the Penis Initiative and try and sell him on anyway. But if he's not going to play for the Wags, who is he going to play for? We're just going to be holding him back. So we'll try and get him a new club as soon as possible. But that is the disappointing news. We haven't missed anything since last episode, of course, the transfer special. And we're coming straight back here. We're hosting Game 1 against FC Kobenhavn. As you can see, we don't know too much about them. Danish League is not loaded up. So they did play Riga in the last round and they got through relatively comfortably, very comfortably as a matter of fact. So they're obviously no clowns. This is going to be tough. So let's have a look at the team that we're sending out and let's see what we can do. So it's Taniskovic in goal. It's Parry, the young left back that we signed from Barrytown. He has no business being our first choice left back, but we're still trying to get somebody else in. It's Tony, Wanmi and Ballerini as the back four. Brewerton, Arias, remember a new signing from last season, very, very potentially quite good for us, and the moustache is just magnificent. And we're going to go with Quinn as the Mazzella. It's Rhoda and Fomin as the wingers. It's Big Mac up top. If you're wondering, we without Freshy, who's away on international duty with the Italian under-23s, it must be an Olympics year, is it? 2032, that might be an Olympics year. Tommy Williamson is injured. The new goalkeeper, Thal, is injured as well. So that's why none of those guys are featuring in this one. Let's get down to business. Alright, here we are, back at the racecourse ground for another season of European football. We can see the way they're lining up, so we're pretty much matching up with them man for man. Gomez says we should encourage the team. Alright, boys, show me what you can do tonight. We looked quite good against Astana. This is obviously a step up on Astana. So that's going to be a test for us. The concern is Parry at left back. There is just no two ways about that. He is not ready yet to be playing first team football, certainly at this level anyway. So he is the weakness. We have Norrington Davies on the bench. I'll show you him in a second. We could bring him on. I did sign him to another year's extension. He just keeps hanging on to this old Norrington Davies. There's Parry. He's done okay there, to be fair to him. His legs are gone. He's declining. There's a steal there. Macmeyer's in. Big Mac. Can he tuck it away? Oh, it looked so good. Fomin, I think it must have been, that won the ball back, but Big Mac couldn't finish it off. Here we go with Arias, the moustached wonder. It's headed away, and it is going to be picked up there by Rhoda, but nothing more comes of that. Parry is looking nervous. You probably have a right to be, mate. You're 16 playing in the Champions League, but that's fine. That's fine. All right. Can we get a goal here? Obviously, not conceding any away goals would be the main concern here. Let's give it a demand more as Arias knocks the corner in, and there it is. It's Alexi Fomin with his second of the season. He's not quite a handy little header of the ball, is Alexi Fomin. But there we go, from the corner, the moustached wonder, Arias knocks it in. It's a good header from Fomin, goalkeeper left stranded, and, well, there we go. Wonderful stuff. There's the lead. Hopefully that'll settle us down a little bit, and we can go on with this now. Here we go with Ballerini. Infield there to Brewerton. Brewerton in for the moustached wonder Arias. Back to Brewerton. Crossfield pass. Finds Parry. Go on, kiddo. There we go. Nice pass back for Tony. All the way back we go to Taniskovic. He gets it forward. Nice ball there to find Arias. Arias, look at this. We're spreading the play wonderfully. Rhoda keeps possession despite a bit of a lungy tackle. Rhoda walks into the box. Rhoda has a shot, but it's a weak one, and the goalkeeper has a simple save. 14 shots to 1. We are doing really, really well here. Can we get to the break, though, without conceding a goal? That's the big question here, isn't it? Looks like it's going to be their highlight. He goes past Bolarini like he's not even there. He gets back, cross in, Tony away, Quinn back to one. Oh, look at that. That is Barcelona stuff, that is. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Ball forward there to Fomin. Fomin gets it forward early for the Big Mac. Here we go with Big Mac. He's in again, and the goalkeeper again thwarts him. There's a good word. Let's give it a demand more. Arias with the corner. Can we get a goal from the other side this time? No, it's headed away. Roda's there. He should pick that up. Here we go. On his right foot as well. Can he get a cross in? It's tackled away. It's going to be another corner. But this has been a really, really good first half from us. They're looking nervous and uninterested. They've suddenly realised they're up against a very, very good Bala side here. All right, it's going to have to be an assertive. Don't get complacent here, boys. Juan Me, don't get yourself sent off, please. Thomas Quinn, likewise, don't get yourself sent off. And Big Mac, how about you stick away a chance for us, mate? That'd be nice. Thank you. All right, we do have Wade on the bench as the backup striker. We could always bring him on, but we'd probably rather not, to be honest. It is still only 1-0, so we've got to be a little bit careful here. We don't want them coming and getting a goal, and then we end up with a score draw going over to Denmark. Roda with a nice cross-field ball. You've got to say, though, we do look quite good. Here we go, Parry, cross in, Big Mac's there, Big Mac. High and wide, and not so handsome on that occasion. Come on. Apprehensive is Parry. Yeah, I was going to show you Norrington Davies, wasn't I? You can see he's just in decline. Mentally, he's still there. Technically, he's not too bad, but physically, he is fading away. So, what do we want to say? Let's give it another demand more. Big Mac is having an absolute nightmare. If he doesn't score here, I think we might take him off. There's a good ball. Tony is there, and it's over the bar again. All right, Big Mac, you've had your chance. On comes Wade. And I mean, sometimes it's just not your day, and it's just not his day, is it? Roda is also not having a great time of things out there, but he's playing okay. He's just looking apprehensive. Let's give it a get creative. 1-0, I would accept, which is good of me, isn't it? Because I don't really have a choice in the matter. Here we go. Is there one last chance in stoppage time? Roda knocks it down there to Marcus Wade. Wade, crossfield pass for Fomin. Fomin brings it down nicely. Can he pull a ball back? He can. It's blocked back to the keeper, though. And now, was that the highlight? There's still a minute to play here. We do not want 1-1. Frank comes out. Long ball forward. We should win that. We don't. Oh, dear. Don't do this. He's gone straight past the kid like he's not even there. Parry gets back. Tony goes across. It's blocked, and Taniskovic has it. Now, this is becoming a very long highlight. Is it the old-fashioned end-of-game highlight, I wonder? There's still 40 seconds to play. Don't do anything stupid, Taniskovic. He gets it forward. He finds Fomin. Fomin gets it across to Roda. Roda for Wade. Marcus Wade is in, and Marcus Wade's hit the post. Oh, it would have been a wonderful second goal. But it looks as though it is just going to be the one that we take with us to Denmark. No away goals, crucially. Parry's there. Can he get one last ball into the box? Roda heads it towards goal. It goes over the bar again. That's time up. And it is just the one goal, despite utter domination from Bala Town. But we'll take it. We don't have a choice. We have to take it. But a good win, boys. Well done. So Bala Town secure victory at the racecourse ground. Fomin with the goal. I'll show you. I can see here that the new Wags goalkeeper has had his bid accepted. Basically, $500,000 Bengal City for Jake McCarthy. I mean, he's going to sign because we can offer him more money than he can dream of anywhere else. Now, the reason that I've done this, and it's a star player for Bengal City, but the reason I've done this is because, so we will do this now, Bengal City have been knocked out of the Europa League, or was it, no, the Euro 2 Cup. They got knocked out, disappointingly, I have to say, by an Azerbaijani side, 3-1 on aggregate. It didn't get much better because if we go down, where are they here? Afen Lido got knocked out only narrowly by Israeli opposition, 3-2. But the big news, Kefan Druids, look at that, 5-3, they went past Malmo. So that is wonderful. Kefan Druids are looking as though they could be a very useful team. But with Bengal City out, I figure let's give them the $500,000, let them strengthen ahead of the new season, and we get our goalkeeper for the Wags as well. That could become a very useful keeper, not just for us, but for Wales as well. Look at that potential. So that's why we've done that. Anyway, guys, wait right there. I think we have a game in the league, or the League Cup coming up, so I'll play through that, show you the highlights, and we'll be back for the second leg. It's just a 1-goal lead. We have breaking news this evening out of Bala Town as the club announced a £6 million signing of 19-year-old winger Sinan Puklin from Dinamo Zagreb. Now, for more on this story, we cross live to Charles Hogan. And Charles, Bala beat out some big club for this man's signature. Yeah, thanks, mate. They certainly have, as it is believed both Spurs and AC Milan were after the young Croatian signature as well. Now, in other news from Bala Town today, they have also announced the signing of goalkeeper Jake McCarthy from Bengal City for a cool $500,000. Okay, welcome back, and we did get our man, right winger Sinad Pukland, I think you pronounce it. £6 million we've paid for him. We had to pay a little bit more in wages just to make sure that he was coming to us and not going to AC Milan or Tottenham. But you can see they're a decent player already, potentially very, very good. He's not a winger in the sense that he's going to go past people and get a cross in. He's more of we can see even like a wide playmaker. He can go past a man. Hopefully he'll get a decent cross on him, but he's got really good free kicks, good passing, good teamwork. I think he's somebody that'll sort of link the play for us out wide right. And to be honest, that's more or less what we need. We can get away with players like that. So I think he's going to be a good player, good bravery, good decisions as well. I'm quite happy with him, which is obviously why I've signed him. But Croatian under-21 international as well, which is good. He hasn't played too much for Dinamo Zagreb, just a couple of games last season in their first team. So, we don't expect too much too soon, but I think he will be a good player for us. Let me know what you think of him in the comments. And of course, the other player that did end up coming in, if we just go back up here quickly, is Jake McCarthy. Now, unfortunately, he is cup tied, which means he can't play in the League Cup anyway for the Wags, but... that it kind of is what it is. We've paid $500,000 to Bengal City. I believe 50% of the next fee as well, if there is to be a next fee. We'll just see, exactly how he develops. He's potentially quite good there. You can see already with the attributes. There's room to grow. We'll see how he goes on. You never know. Maybe he'll become a member of the Welsh team as well. Now, there was, of course, speaking of the Wags, their first outing of the season. It was a new look Wags. Went out against Colwyn Bay in the second round of the Welsh League Cup. So let's go see how he did. Ewan Dixon gave us an early lead. Damien Allmark made it 2-0 before Dewey Moore played in Allmark to make it 3-0 at half-time. However, Colwyn Bay pulled one back in the second half with a stunner. So there we go, comfortable as you like. We dominated the first half, not quite as good in the second half, but we did make a few changes. A couple of new names and faces. Dewey Craven was the goalkeeper for this one. Decent enough, to be honest. Did okay. Eden Iwan, we saw him in the Champions League. He did a decent job. Other new players, we gave a debut to one of the potential stars of the academy, Ashley Savage, who came through last youth intake. If you are a Patreon supporter and you would like to have Savage named after you, let me know in the comments because he is up for grabs. Who else got a start here? John Davis played in midfield. He's one of the people that came in under the Penis Initiative. Who else? Smith was new last season. He played on the right side, looked quite good. And we also gave James Lewis, the newer James Lewis, a game. He was less convincing, to be honest. But Dixon and Allmark ran the show. And we're into the next round. And the next round, if we go back and have a quick look here, is actually against the New Saints. So that's going to be tough, away from home as well. That will be a baptism of fire for them. Question for the class. Iron Brew, does that become a Wags tournament now? Compose myself again. Or maybe just Welsh players. That's the other thing I was thinking. Maybe Iron Brew, we go halfway between the two, and just Wales eligible players playing the Iron Brew. So let me know what you think of that. I'm leaning towards maybe Welsh players in that only. But anyway, let's go and have a quick look at what we're doing here. We are not the favourites for the second leg, and given we only have a 1-goal lead, that's not ideal. But we know, we know what we know about them, basically. We do have a match report from the last game. We can see here from their heat map, they were quite narrow, both in attack and defence. We can see their ins and outs there, and there were no key passes against us. And this is the team we're sending out. Now, given how narrow they were, we're going to just try changing things up a little bit here. So, Taniskovic in goal, Tony, Susnik, and Wan Mi. That is the defensive trio that will hopefully lead us to Champions League glory once we get to the group stages. Ballerini goes down the right. We're going to bring Norrington Davies in to play down the left. He is just more natural in this role. So hopefully he'll do a good job for us. Brewerton, Arias, and Rhoda comes in to play the Mazzella. Freshie's back from international duty, so he goes in as the false nine with McMire up top. We do have the option to switch to wingers if we need to. Hopefully, we're not going to need to. So we've tried to outsmart each other. We've come out once again, essentially playing man for man. So there we go. Dobson, we had him at Brentford for a while, didn't we? He must be ancient now, 34. Anyway, that's beside the point. So there we go. We've come out marking man for man again. Pick up where they left off. Show me what you can do to keep the run going, boys. It is a little bit of a run, I suppose. Norrington Davies is not the most match sharp, which is a slight concern. Parry is on the bench, though, so he's there if we need him. All right, and here we go. It's nervy, isn't it? If we can get that away goal, I think it would make us favourites, wouldn't it? Because they'd need 3 then. Here we go with Norrington Davies, and is that a red card, ref? Is it a red card? It might be a red card. It looked a little lungy, but are they going to go down to 10 men in the 5th minute? They are. Well, that was silly in hindsight, wasn't it? But there we go. We are up against 10 men. We have the goal advantage. If we can get that away goal, then surely that's going to do us a favour. I'll watch that again when I edit it back. It wasn't a great tackle, but a red card is maybe a little bit harsh. Here we go with Ballerini. Gets it forward. Oh, it's off the post from Big Mac, was it? And, well, I mean, Big Mac could have wrapped this tie up for us almost single-handedly already. Just hasn't been putting his chances away, but it's early in the season, so we'll give him that. Let's give it a Get Creative. Teniskovic is looking nervous, which isn't ideal. I'd rather you weren't inspired by a Get Creative shout, Teniskovic, to be honest, but that's fine. He's looking nervous. Do we give it a no pressure, perhaps? If he's nervous, other players may also be nervous. And Teniskovic is a team leader as well. But there was absolutely no reaction to that whatsoever. Let's give it a demand more. We're dominating the game as you would expect against 10 men. But yeah, I mean, it's not been a classic tie so far, has it? Let's be honest. All right, let's give it a not happy. Let's try and kick on second half here, please, boys. It's one of those, isn't it? If we get the goal, then we are favourites. Now, Arias, it looks like he's taken a bit of a knock there. He's playing decently, though, so I don't really want to take him off. I've already told them they're rubbish, haven't we? Let's not double tell players they're rubbish. Let's give it a demand more. Arias is exhausted. We should think about subbing him. All right, let's take him off. Let's get Quinn on. He can play that role for us. That's not a problem. And here we go with the throw. Norrington Davies throws it in to Arias. His last contribution to the game. Hopefully it's a good one. Tony. If they are down to 10, I am tempted to switch to wingers, if I'm honest, but equally, they haven't threatened us all, not just today, but in all series, so I don't really see the need. There's a good ball for Mac Mike. Is it 7th time a charm for Big Mac? No, it's not. And he still cannot tuck away that chance for us. And we won't get to see the corner. Big Mac only playing a 6.3. Show some passion, boys. Come on. Don't make me take you off, Big Mac. We're going to have to do it, aren't we? We're looking apprehensive. It's not been a convincing performance. I mean, you look at the... All right, let's maybe look at this tactically, shall we? Let's quicken the tempo. Let's maybe exploit the flanks, but not look for the overlaps. And see if that works for us. Try and get it forward a little bit quicker. Neither. And Freshy's now injured. Well, there we go. This is going well. This is really going well. Wade is a false 9. I don't think he can really do that, can he? So let's just get him up there as an advance forward. Let's switch Big Mac maybe back to it. Let's try to use a target man. Let's get some crosses into the box and see if we can hit the Big Mac up top. All right, we're suddenly looking a little bit thin up top, if I'm honest. We've got another injury there to Freshy now to go with the Tommy Williamson injury. Mac Meyer's not playing well. And outside of that, we're out of options. Rhoda with a header that goes just over the bar. Let's try a calm down, boys. Calm down. Just take a chance for me, please. All right, come on. Let's not have a 1-0 win. There's a ball in. Big Mac, it's over the top. And finally, Ballerini gets the goal. His first of the season. Norrington Davies with the assist. And what could be his last game in Europe. If we can get another left back in, we will probably never see Norrington Davies again. But he's done well there. Quinn, it was, a bit of luck that it fell back out to Norrington Davies. But he's seen Ballerini in space. And he has smashed it in. And that does secure the tie. 2 1-0 wins. 2-0 on aggregate. Copenhagen, I mean, they're a good team, aren't they? So we've dismissed them relatively comfortably, albeit against 10 men for pretty much 90 minutes in that one. But don't let that go to your heads, boys. But it was acceptable. I wouldn't say it was anything more than acceptable, but it was acceptable. So we get past Copenhagen. Freshie's injury is, I mean, it's serious enough that with Tommy Williamson out for 3 to 4 weeks, we're looking very, very thin up front all of a sudden in Europe, aren't we? But there we go. So we do have the playoff, and the playoff is against Young Boys of Bern. So there we go. Let's have a quick look at them. Who did they beat to get here? They beat FC Larne. We almost had to play Larne again. They beat them quite comfortably, didn't they? 5-0 and 0-0 away. So, again, it's not going to be the easiest. Let me know what you think in the comments. We should probably be able to squeeze past them if we're honest with ourselves. But I'm a little bit concerned now up front. We've got Big Mac, we've got Wade. And if we have a quick look at the squad, I have them sort of by position right now anyway. I mean, we're looking at Olmark and Isaac as the other options up front. And the other problem we're going to have here is we're not going to realistically have time to bring somebody else in, are we? So, again, thought in the comments. I'm thinking we're going to have to go McMyer up top. We're going to have to play wingers, aren't we? We're going to have to play either. We should be able to register Polken, and we'll have either Riola or Fomin to go down the left-hand side. But yeah, we're looking all of a sudden very, very thin up top. But guys, that's all for next time. Until then, I have been Aussie Villain. If you've enjoyed this, hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Take care.